Mike's Pizza. Now, Mike, how do you pronounce your last name? Mike DeGennaro?
Dodaro. Mike Dodaro.
Mike Dodaro. Yes. All right. Now, Mike is the owner of Mike's Pizza. This is kind of a Tampa deal. But when we were doing our bucket list a few days ago, Ned, are you in here?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Are you devout?
My God.
Don't eat the sandwich yet, Ned. I got to look
Just
at
had
it.
a little bite.
All right, I got to look at it. I got to look at the presentation before we we give Mike the okay to put it on the menu. But a couple days ago, we were doing our bucket list as to the various things we like to accomplish for 2010. And the next thing I know, Ned brings us out of left field that he'd like to have a sandwich named after him. But Mike's Pizza, I know Mike and for a long time. And I said, let's call Mike up and see if he'd be willing to do the Ned sandwich. Now, it started out just as the Ned sandwich, and by the time we ended up on the phone with Mike, it ended up being the Ned 12-inch meaty Mandingo with a possible order of side man sauce.
Yes.
So Mike got to work, and he started developing and working on what you envisioned as the Ned 12-inch meaty Mandingo. And he has brought his offering, or his test market sandwich, I would say, in here to the studio today. And I guess you've already taken a bite out of it. Have you already taken a bite out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Delicious.
All right. Well,
here's a fresh one.
Oh, you brought a new one. He brought two. Okay, here we go. So, Ned, I guess you can continue to devour yours if you like. And, Mike, so here, I'm going to let you.
Now, is there a side of man sauce as well out there that I missed?
Oh, we put a little side of jardiniere.
Yeah, jardiniere. I don't think the Bubba Army is going to like the jardiniere. That's a big dick, weird kind of thing. I mean, the man sauce. I mean, I don't know. Can you whip up an au jus or something like that?
Yeah, we can do an au jus, but this is roasted pork.
But now the waiters and the waitresses they have to offer the man sauce. That's half the gimmick. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this would be the hold on here. This would be the 12-inch. Now, hold on. Do we have a tape measure? Can I get a tape measure? Can somebody bring me a tape measure? Ned, isn't that very important?
Yes, it is. I could just put something that's 12 inches next to it, and you could, gauge it that way.
Well, what do you have that's 12 inches, Ned? Unless you take yours and multiply it by 4.
And we also have to make sure it's big around.
Girthy.
Circumference, yes, girthy.
I didn't know that the girthy. Now, see, we didn't give Mike from Mike's Pizza the girthy parameter.
Well, we didn't, but by the appearance, it looks pretty girthy, but I think it...
Ned, does that look girthy enough for you?
It's fairly girthy.
All right, Mike, put it down to the very edge there. Oh, Ned, I would say that it's actually it's damn near 13.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
No, it really is. Spice, would you verify?
That is a true Mandingo sandwich. Look at that.
Miller, look. That's 12 and 3/4.
Yeah.
It also has 12 ounces of meat.
12 ounces of meat, right?
Nice.
So, Ned, you like your the ounces of meat to measure to be also the same as the length, correct?
Exactly.
Here you go, Spice Boy. There's the tape measure. Now, Mike, the Ned 12-inch
meaty Mandingo.
Meaty Mandingo. What is all on the sandwich? Can you dissect this sandwich, the show sandwich, if you will?
Yeah, we use the center cut.
Well, you got to show me, lift the lid up there.
Okay, center
We'll
cut
start with the bread.
Okay.
Get right on that microphone. There you go. Get on that. Yeah.
The bread is J.J. Cassone out of New York.
Okay.
12-inch roll.
Right.
Actually, it's 13.
Right.
It's
Ned, you got an extra inch, Ned.
Baker's dozen.
Right.
We put it through a conveyor baker, puts a little crust back on the roll.
Yeah.
Right. Got a little
So,
Ned, you like things that are crusty?
I like it.
So the bread is hot.
Ned, do you prefer fresh or crusty, Ned?
Crusty.
Okay.
Always crusty.
All right. Okay.
We use Kraft mayonnaise.
All right.
Okay, which is the
best.
finest.
Which, by the way, Ned, the Kraft mayonnaise is very similar in texture to other things that you like.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Yeah. Tomatoes.
As you know, there's tomatoes. Fresh,
Ned, are you a tomato fan, Ned?
Of course.
All right.
These are vine-ripe tomatoes.
Right.
We slice them thin.
Picked by the finest Mexicans.
At least a dozen on there.
Right.
We use iceberg lettuce. We slice it very thin.
Very thin
It looks shredded to me. I like it shredded.
Yeah,
Yes.
Much like your abs, Ned. Shredded.
Shredded six-pack.
Shred like your abs.
Then we also have the meat part would be the center cut pork loin that we roast at our restaurant.
It's not the end or the it's the center cut pork loin. Ned, you're big on loins, aren't you, Ned?
I love loins.
You love loins, and really the only part of a meat that you can get it would be a pork loin. So you like pork loin a lot.
Love loins.
Big fan of the hog.
Tasty loins.
Big fan of the hog.
Big fan of the hog. Juicy hog.
Mm-hmm. Continue right along, Mike DeGennaro.
Slightly. We cut it, slice it very thin.
Slicely center pork loin, not this prefab stuff that other people made exclusively there.
American cheese, white American. There's about
white
6
American.
slices.
You got to have American, and more importantly,
how many?
About 6 slices.
Nice. That's a lot of cheese.
That's a half a dozen of white American.
White American.
Ned prefers white American.
It tastes the best.
Yes, it does.
We use a Louisiana Creole seasoning salt.
Oh, Neil.
Yeah.
And Ned takes you down to the French Quarter, Ned, you know.
Yeah, a little Creole.
And then the spicy peppers.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
No, it looks delicious.
It's
But
really good.
Now, what would
is it missing some pizzazz to it, or do you think it's good?
Well, I like it, but I mean, Ned, we're in the creation stages here. Mike's not going to
If
put it
there's
on.
any changes or any tweaking, here's the time to do
Mike's
it.
not going to put it on the menu until you have it actually to your liking, Ned.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mike. We're going to say, Mike.
There's no foo-foo on the sandwich. It's all meat.
Exactly.
It's all meat.
It's all meat.
You
Ned,
did want the meaty Mandingo.
Ned, you're a no-nonsense, all-meat kind of guy, aren't you, Ned?
I am all meat, no nonsense.
Right. So, now, Spice, what would your suggestion be?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying if there's a time to tweak it, now's the time.
Now, Mike, by your, sell a ton of sandwich standards, is there something on the sandwich that, that people usually do get at Mike's Pizza that might be missing? Yes, Spice, go ahead.
Well, might I suggest this? Maybe since it's pork, what about what about if you replaced the mayonnaise with a barbecue sauce, or is that not in the cards?
No, we can do that.
No, I think I like the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, could you offer that in a pork and a chicken? I mean, do you guys offer that? I mean, could you offer, like, Ned is he's very fond of chickens. Okay. And Ned, I mean, are you not fond of chickens, Ned?
I'm very fond of chicken.
So could you offer the meaty Mandingo in a chicken and or a pork?
Absolutely.
Or a beef?
On that sandwich platter out there, I did 6 chicken sliced.
So you could get the Ned 12-inch meaty Mandingo in either a pork, a chicken, or maybe an Italian beef?
Yeah, Italian beef, grilled chicken, Cajun chicken.
It's your meat of choice, but it's going to be 12 inches and it's going to be meaty.
Meaty.
Absolutely.
Right, Ned?
Yes, it's got to be 12 inches meaty and juicy.
Yeah, and I think
It's got to have some
also.
Hold on,
wang and some wang to it.
Ned's really getting kind of, Ned, you need to really, get kind of somewhat demanding here, because this is going to be your signature sandwich, my friend. And, you're the first person of all of us that's actually had one of your 2010 bucket lists fulfilled by me, not needless to say.
Thank you very much. I think he's done a hell of a job. I think it's a great sandwich. It tastes delicious.
Now back to the man sauce.
Yeah, that's what but see now, Mike, it's important because Ned's going to do a secret shopper gimmick on you sometimes. He's going to go in there in disguise and send a bunch of others in there that he wants to make sure that the waitresses, make sure you try to upsell on the man sauce. Do you want a side order of man sauce with that? So, I mean, if it's not,
that's right.
Ned, you'll pull your endorsement right off this
I will.
I mean,
I will pick at your store.
You'll go in there like Billy Jack with a tire iron once you bust up the place.
I'll tear up the whole place.
Right, and you'll call Jim Coates before and tell him you're going and make sure all the boys aren't even around that area, won't you?
Yeah.
That's how you and Jim roll.
That's how I roll.
That's right. So, I mean, when somebody offers, hey, I like the 12-inch Nedley meaty Mandingo in a chicken, please. And then if they would forget the man sauce, then your waitress has to say, well, sir, would you like to have the side order of man sauce for an extra 25 cents or whatever you're going to charge for the au jus? Would that be doable, Mike, or is that a little too crazy, you think?
I think we can do that. We have to come up with the sauce.
With the sauce. Well, Ned.
Should it be a creamy man sauce, or should it be more of a au jus man sauce?
I mean, Ned, we know you want it to be a creamy man sauce, but you can't dip. I mean, you already got cream on here with regards to the best mayonnaise known to man craft. So, don't you think it should be kind of like a dipping kind of an au jus? Although a man sauce comes in all different colors and shapes.
Yeah, I would take Mike's recommendation. I mean, I'm partial to the creamy man sauce.
But you got creamy.
But I could be swayed for a juicy, beefy man sauce.
Right. An au jus beef-based man sauce.
Beef-based.
Right, a beef-based man sauce. So, could you do you do a au jus offering at Mike's, or would it be a first? Would it be revolutionary for you?
No, we do. We do an Italian beef. It's cooked 4 hours.
So, you can just use that same au jus and just private labeling Ned, right spice. I mean, man sauce is
the Italian beef. I mean, that's the Fabrizi.
Yeah, it's the Fabrizi, right?
Yeah.
You eat that sandwich and you automatically think that you have more money and your penis is that much larger, and you then brag about it to the entire world that will listen to you. I just ate the Fabrizi sandwich, and now I have $1 more million than I thought I had, and my penis is officially 4.5 inches larger than it really is. And if you disagree with me, you're an idiot. And you'll be found dead in the back of a Lincoln at long-term parking. So anyway, now, Mike, do you promise this could be on the sand. Now what kind of menu do you guys have? Do you have a paper menu, and do you then have a menu on the board for people to order us? How does that work at Mike's Pizza? I've been there several times.
Yeah, we have paper menus, and we also have it on the board. We'll put this.
Talk on the microphone there, Mike. There you go. If I was whipping something up wrong the way, you tell me. Put a little more elbow grease into the mixer. Go ahead.
The only problem we may have with this sandwich, being in a high-tech white-collar area, I think the